Hey guys, it's Deb. So there's so many questions about fundraising and how do I do fundraising? How do I approach it? What do you do? How are you successful? How do you get to the organizations? Where do you find the organizations? There's just so many questions. So I wanted to come out to you and do a quick video and just give you some of the tips that I use that work for me. And everybody's going to find their own thing that works for them. And then I'm going to share my screen and show you some of the fundraising things that Avon has given to us to use. They're giving us all the tools that we need to do fundraising and be successful with it. But I want to show you or tell you some of the things that I do. So in August, I start to put together my list of who I want to contact. And I go to organizations that I have been active in probably for about the last 25 years. Even if I'm not active with that group anymore, I still go back to them. So you can use gymnastics groups, humane societies, there's mission groups, youth groups within churches, and schools. Those are about the 5 areas that I generally target. And of course, there's also social media and Facebook. Kind of a stalker on Facebook, and I'll tell you what I do there. But schools, for instance, I will pull up a school anywhere within a 50-mile radius of where I live. And I stay within that radius because I'm delivering these things and I don't want to have to drive a long distance. But because I live in a town of less than 100 that doesn't have a school, I have to go outside of my community to find these areas to do fundraising. Now the schools, when I pull them up in August and I start looking at them, within the school's website, you will find all the different organizations and groups that are in that school. Spanish Club, German Club, FBLA, Close-Up, cheerleading, dance, basketball, volleyball. There's all sorts of different things to select from. Just click on one of those groups and generally you're going to find who the advisor is. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to have an email to that advisor. So put together a nice little email, introduce yourself, and offer them the Avon opportunity for fundraising. Now, I give back 100% of the profits to the groups that I do, and the reason I do that is, actually there's several reasons. The biggest reason is they're going to come back to me. If I'm giving them a 50% profit, there's very few fundraisers that they can do where they're going to get a 50% profit. And so they're going to come back to me either again this year or next year. And that's how I have the 6 repeat fundraisers that I do every year, is because I give back such a good profit and they have to do very little legwork on this fundraiser. So they generally repeat it with me. So that's the first reason. Second reason is I am going to make more on the customers that I gain from doing this fundraiser than I will if I keep the earnings from the fundraiser. So when I deliver that fundraiser back, everybody that ordered gets a new brochure, and on that brochure they get this nice little thank you note, and the thank you is thanking them for supporting the fundraiser along with my information that's going to give them what they need to offer to a group or organization that they're involved with to do an Avon fundraiser. So it's giving them all my contact information. And then I also supply or put in a business card and a sample. And so when that person that ordered from the fundraiser opens up their bag, they're going to see that sample, they're going to see my business card, they're going to see the thank you note on top of the new brochure that I've given them. Chances are they're going to order from me throughout the year outside of that fundraiser, and I'm going to earn more on that customer than I would have if I'd have kept part of the earnings. So I'm gaining new customers. Another reason why I give them the 50%, because it's going to benefit me in the end. The third reason is I am going to make President's Club, Honor Society, or above by doing these fundraisers. I have one particular group that has approximately 400 to 600 students. It's a preschool, and that preschool does $10,000 in sales in one campaign. So yes, it's a lot of work entering all those product numbers and sorting all the orders, but it has gotten me to Honor Society, and it's gotten me new customers, and it's gotten me a repeat fundraiser that's going to get me back to Honor Society next year. So that's one of the reasons why I give, or that's 3 of the reasons that I give 100% of the profits back. So, Town and Country, you can now order a deluxe fundraising kit. And in that kit, you're going to get these bookmarkers. It's a Do Good, Feel Good bookmarker, Ask Me How, to put into your brochures. That's going to let people know that you do fundraising. You're also going to get a Do Good, Feel Good flyer, or little pamphlet here. And inside this pamphlet, it gives you the verbiage that you need to contact your organizations, and it tells you what to offer them. So, very good book here. You're also going to get these flyers that you can hang on bulletin boards, and it has the things on the bottom where you can put your information, and then you cut it apart so people can rip them off. You're going to get 10 of the Herbie fundraiser flyers, Herbie the Hedgehog. And of course, on the back of the flyer is your order form. You're also going to get 10 of the Skin So Soft, 10 of the Anu Minis, 10 of the True Color, 10 of the Bug Guard, good for Boy Scout troops and mission groups that are going like overseas or whatever. That's a good one for them, because we have the mini sizes too, and those are our TSA travel approved size. And then also the Skin So Soft flyer. So in that bundle, you're going to get 10 of each of those flyers, so you have enough to approach 10 different organizations with those flyers, and then the book and the bookmarks. And then you also get these really nice envelopes, Do Good, Feel Good envelopes. So anyways, that's what's in the packet that you can get from Town and Country for $24. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go into the fundraising part of your Avon. So when you get to Your Avon 2.0 and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you see this over here, Avon Fundraising, Grow Your Business. That's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to grow your business. And you guys, 22 years I've been waiting for this. We are going to have online fundraising. So in the middle of the fourth quarter, in the fourth quarter, about the middle of October is when this is going to become available. We're going to be able to do online fundraising. And the online fundraising is going to be almost the full brochure, almost everything in the brochure. There's going to be some items that aren't available, but Avon's going to set that up for us. And from what I hear, we're going to be able to create pages for that fundraiser, so we don't have to try to track who's ordering for the fundraiser. It's so cool. I'm so excited. I can hardly wait. So anyways, what we have right now on Avon Fundraising, if you go into this, this is going to give you all your information that you need to know. How do you connect with an organization? Well, I told you how I connect. Just because that works for me doesn't mean that's going to work for everybody. So look at the tools that Avon's giving you on how to connect with your organization. And then choose your products and flyers. When you go in here, you can download all these flyers. If you don't want to order them, you can download them, but make sure that you're able to print them nicely so that when you're presenting to the school, you have something that is very professional that you're giving to them or presenting to them. The one flyer that's not in these packets is the votive set. I am really excited about this votive set because first off, $25 each. And who doesn't have a wedding, a bridal shower, a thank you, or something that they have to give a gift for? And what better gift than these candle sets that actually have on the box, celebrate, thank you, or congrats. Very cool. 25, you're guaranteed 50% on all of these flyers that Avon has for the approved fundraising. Herbie is really cool. You can do a couple of different things with this. I actually just approached a couple of different car dealerships and asked them if they would be interested in every vehicle that they sold during the month of September, October, November, whatever, but during a month, if they would purchase a Herbie. And with that Herbie, I would donate the Herbie to a cancer center or a children's hospital. And the funds that I earn from the Herbie, because you're guaranteed 50%, remember, so Herbie sells for $20. So for every Herbie that they purchase, the other $10 from that Herbie, I will donate to a charity of their choice. So anyways, just a suggestion, something that I thought of, and I approached a couple of different dealerships here, and the two that I did approach asked me to approach them again next year because they already have their funds allocated for this year. So anyways, they like the idea though, so just something to think about. Something else I've done with the plush that Avon gives us every fourth quarter is I've just created my own fundraiser. And of course, it's not tax exempt then, but I created my own fundraiser so that I could order these in at 50% off. I ordered in my 20 or 50 of them or whatever I felt that I could sell. And then I set up a table at our local cancer center vendor event that they do every year in September. And I set up a table there and I sell the plush there with 100% of the proceeds going back to the cancer center. So that's just one of the things that I've done with the plush. So anyways, those are your flyers. And again, it's all available on youravon.com. So registering your fundraiser, you can register your fundraiser online, or you can call this number, the 888-564-2866, excuse me, and register your fundraiser that way. This is all the information that they're going to ask for. Tax exempt number. If you're doing a fundraiser with a school, chances are that school is tax exempt. Most churches are not, but schools are. So that means that the students that are out collecting orders with the schools, they don't collect tax. They don't charge tax because they're tax exempt. However, when you submit your order, you will be charged tax. And that's why you need to get this information from the school so that you can ask for a tax credit. Now, I help my organizations as much as I can, so I create the letter for them. But you have to have a copy of that tax exempt certificate from the school. And my letter just says, it's on the school letterhead, and it says that our group, our FBLA group, conducted a fundraiser with Debbie Hausauer using the Avon brochure or using the Avon flyer, whatever it happens to be. Our tax exempt number is, our federal ID number is, and I fill in that information for them. They print it off on their letterhead, sign it, send it back to me. I send that to Avon along with a copy of the invoice from Avon that they sent to you where you were charged tax, and then you will see a credit for that tax amount on your account. So you need to have that information when you register your fundraiser, if they're tax exempt or not, and then that number. So how do you manage? Okay, so first off, in August, that's how I start. I contact all these different places. And generally, I contact by email, and then within about a week, I will follow up with a phone call. Now, this year in 2018, campaigns 22 through campaigns 26, you are going to be offered, or you are being offered, double dollars. So your highest campaign sales, campaigns 22 through 26, Avon is going to give you double dollars. So double the award sales. So think about this. I'm going to try to run all my fundraisers in campaign 24, because generally that's when people are starting to really think about Christmas. And that's generally about the time that I have the best sales, 23, 24, somewhere's in there for the campaigns. So if I have my preschool in 24 do their fundraiser and they have award sales of over $10,000, I'm going to get double dollars in that campaign, which is $20,000 in award sales. So opportunities are endless for you guys to reach different levels during these campaigns. 22 to 26, that's when you're going to get the double dollars. So that's how I approach all of my fundraisers in August, is when I get started. I said earlier that I'm a bit of a Facebook stalker, and how I do this is, when I am scrolling through Facebook, if I see a group out there that is doing a fundraiser of any sort, and so many people now are creating fundraisers for their birthdays. And Facebook gives them that option where, for my birthday this year, I'm doing a fundraiser to support XYZ, and they put their goal in there of how much they want to earn. Okay, so for me, that's like an open invitation. So I send a private message to this person, and I introduce myself first, and then I offer them the opportunity to do an Avon fundraiser. And these I run a little bit differently. I don't actually register these as a fundraiser if somebody's interested. So what I do is I offer them the opportunity to share my website on their page or on the organization's page that they are doing a fundraiser for, if they can do that. Share my website information, and then I will give them 100% of the earnings of any online orders. And what I do there is I just cut them a check and drop it in the mail. So if they decide that they want to go for it, then on my website, I will put a little note on there that during these dates, I am running an online fundraiser for organization XYZ. If your order is supporting organization XYZ, please drop me an email with my email address, letting me know so that I can get the funds or the earnings to that organization. And most people will send me an email. Now, if I get an order out there from it's somebody's name that I don't recognize, I will give those funds to the organization, simply because, guys, this is going to help you in the long run. That person's going to order from you again, and this group is probably going to come back to you later and say, hey, Deb, I want to do another one of those online fundraisers. And how cool is it going to be in October when Avon creates these online fundraisers for us? So anyways, that's how I Facebook stock. Something else that I do is, if there is a car wash going on, I will pull into that car wash and let the kids wash my car as I'm talking to the advisor, or as I'm talking to the captain of this group that's doing the car wash, and giving them my information on doing an Avon fundraiser. Bulletin boards. I have watched bulletin boards for the last 20 years, and you would be surprised at the amount of fundraisers that are being advertised on bulletin boards. What a perfect opportunity to reach out to these groups and offer them the Avon fundraiser. Now, sometimes you're going to reach out to these groups for multiple years before they actually one day say, okay, I'm going to contact Deb and find out what she's got to offer, because she's been sending us stuff for so many years. I actually contacted the preschool that I do now. I contacted them for 10 years before I finally got a yes from them to do a fundraiser. So I'm very persistent in contacting these groups, and it's paid off. I mean, $10,000 in one campaign from this preschool, and I contacted them for over 10 years. Let's see, what else? County fairs. When you go to your state or county fair, chances are when you walk through the vendor tents, you're going to see a group of some sort doing a bake sale or trying to sell something. Make sure you have your business cards with you and leave it with them. Talk to them about the Avon fundraising opportunity and leave them your business card. You'd be surprised how many of those people might follow up with you and get their contact information. Find out what school it is and who their advisor is, and make sure that you reach out to them also. You have to do your part and follow up. So that's how I plan. That's how I contact people, get my packets ready. I always run my fundraisers for 17 days because I want to make sure that I'm covering 2 weekends. And actually, I think that is probably about all I need to share with you at this time for the fundraisers. I will answer any questions that you guys have. So please feel free to reach out to me. And I hope that you have been inspired to go out and do a fundraiser, or try to find a group that's looking to do a fundraiser. And really, any questions that you have, please reach out to me. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I'll talk with you soon. Have a great day. Bye.